Hello and welcome back. I've been testing the Hoka Mafate X hike boots. For the last few weeks, I went out today on quite a long walk, around my home. I did about 10-11 miles. Tarmac, mud, grass, angles, lots of hills, and I've got a better thought on these boots now. First of all, the comfort. I wore them with some 1,000-mile socks, a new pair of socks, and at first I was a bit sceptical. It didn't feel like I could make them tight enough because they've obviously just got this one cord on a pulley, on a zip lock. But after the first mile, when your feet naturally swell up a bit, they kind of fitted better. Because at first I was thinking the BOA system would be good if it had two. One says you could lock your forefoot in here and another one to lock the heel in. So a two BOA system might be better because it's an awful lot of force that these are putting through the eyelets. And I don't know if you can get enough tension because it's a very thin cord. Obviously, I know, it's probably a multi-core tough one, but so I was sceptical at that at first. I was also initially a bit sceptical about the putting them on. The tongue is a weird system. It's more like a trainer. And the first couple of miles, I didn't feel totally secure. I preferred a gusted tongue. But as the miles went on, I did get them a little more. They really excel on hard ground. I can't state that enough. If you're on concrete or on a hard path going for a long way, these are phenomenal. And when I was on concrete, I was wearing my Garmin Epics and I had the speed on there. My average speed was significantly, I normally walk 3.6, 3.7 miles, 4.2 miles an hour. I've got the data to prove that. Because these have got a plate in them, like some of the, I suppose like the Nike Vaporfly and high-end racing Hokas have a blade in to make you, push you forward. The more force you put in, the faster you go. When you wear these, I was wearing them around my house the other day, just getting used to them, and I got somewhere faster than I meant to. It's weird, it's unsettling, but on hard ground, on tarmac, concrete, a hard path, you will be faster. Going downhill, because the plate is angling you forward with pressure, going downhill, steep downhill, is tough. And going uphill, you feel the extra work in your legs. Cornwall is very hilly. I do a lot of ups and downs, and I'm training at the minute for the Portuguese Camino. So, yeah, I wore these today. I've done a few long walks in them. I was pushing it today. I was listening to some good music that was probably prompting me on, but I definitely was faster. That said, because they are so squishy, there is a lot of cushioning. They are unpredictable on softer ground because obviously the ground is soft and moving. The heel or the cushioning is soft and moving, so you don't feel quite as planted, shall we say. Excuse the state of the boots because I obviously walk a lot. This is one pair of my Salomon Elixirs. These are great boots. These are my everyday long distance boots. Yes, they are unusual, but I'll get to them in a minute why they are good. So a couple of years ago, I had a gait analysis and one of my feet pronates one way. So I wear Hokas for running that adjust that. These, I believe, are neutral, so it means because there's more cushioning, your foot that's a bit wonky will push into that more. And I can definitely notice when walking on ground that my feet aren't parallel. They're a bit wonky, a bit cack-footed, which is a problem with thicker cushioning. I know it's a contradiction, I do wear barefoot shoes a lot. If you're on soft ground, barefoot shoes, fantastic. When you're on hard ground for a long time, you need the cushioning. Which is where I come into the Salomon. I've got 3 pairs of these, it's a long story, but they have the rocker. And to do with their pronation, these are, you can't roll it any other way than front to back. You know, if your foot's a bit wonky, it won't roll. So you naturally are walking with a natural gait. So these, if you've got a pronation, I would say these are superior. And I've tested, I've walked 500 miles in these or thereabouts. I walked through a lot of mud. I did get a blister today, but I was walking fast. I was doing about 4.2 miles an hour average for about 8 or 9 miles. And yeah, I did get a blister, but that might be I was wearing new socks. New socks, new boots, not a great combo. Comfy, yeah, cushioning good. I really enjoy taking them off. It's really easy instead of the arduous, oh, undo the laces, do this, do that. Yeah, it was very good. The design is weird. People did look at me. You can see like that bit of mud is just stuck on the little nipples that I spoke about earlier. Grip wise, it's not massive lugs. It's more like a, I suppose it could be classed as a trail runner, a slightly more durable. I did have a problem when I was walking on a muddy path. A stick did come up through here and I couldn't pull it out straight away. I had to loosen it and pull it out. So that is a irritation. Obviously, if you're walking on tarmac or running on tarmac, not a problem. At some points, I did feel like I wanted to run, but I hate running. So the lacing system, yeah, it was fine. Actually, it was fine. Grips for tarmac, good. On the field, they were okay. Deep mud, nothing really works in deep mud. But yeah, they are unusual and definitely faster than your walking boots, without a shadow of a doubt. It's a weird sensation. I mean, I was trying to film a walk and I fell over. I'll put the video here so you can have a chuckle. If you listen to it, it's quite funny. But yeah, I would recommend them. If you've got neutral foot pronation and you have the money spare and you'll mainly be hard packed path, then yeah, brilliant. For the Camino, I would probably, if you're neutral, I would say these are pretty good because they're pretty light. They're quite airy, not waterproof, but there's other ways around that. But for a hard packed path, they are pretty good. So yeah, there we go. Thank you. I'm going to do a review on the socks later.